What's up, y'all? About to teach y'all the attack the rim moves more. Like I went over in other ones how to create shots with your layups. I'm gonna go over your like more complex layups, and then your jump shot moves, which will help you create space on your shot and you'll make more buckets. But we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, and don't be afraid to request a tip that you want me to bring up. I'll make a video just for you if you bring me tips. Alright, first off, we'll go with your basic layup. It's when you run to the basket. You can sprint to the basket, but before you get to the basket, let go of the right trigger. Because then when we take the sprint off, it's just a layup. It's not like a dunk layup. Then when you want to do a dunk and your rating's high enough, you just hold the trigger and it's square. So it's sprint and square. It's like layup, but you just have to hold the trigger through it. To do the Euro step, double tap X. It could be quick or long depending on how you attack the basket. If you do it from the sides, it's usually quicker, but if you go down the middle, it's usually longer steps because you have to go around a guy. But that's usually the best time to do it. If a guy like is sitting back like he's gonna take a charge, just Euro step him, draw the foul, either make the layup and get the and one, or just go ahead and shoot your free throws. The next is hop step. Is just circle one time and finish out the basket. It's really easy to get there. If you have two people, just hop between two of them and hope for the best. But most of the time, you should just hop step through and just finish strong. If you know you got the lane against both guys, but if you don't, you're better off just hop stepping and kicking down to a guy on your team who usually cut down when someone attacks the basket. Then you got the spin, which is double circle, then into square for the layup. Then depending by how good your dunk rating or your layup rating is, your guy will either do a layup or dunk off of it. But you could actually stop in the middle of a spin and start another spin. So you could go double circle, stop, then like hit square, pump fake, or not hit square. It's simple. It just depends on how you want to do it. Because like you can pump fake it and go across like that, up and under. Or you can just go right on through to it and just do the layup. And there's the same thing with the hop step. You can hit it twice, pump fake it, up and under, finish out the basket. But you have to be doing these moves when you notice what the defense is giving you in the situation. Because you don't want to rip through when the guy gives you an open basket, because then he can just react and just send the ball out of bounds if he wants. Or he'll just stand there and you'll miss it because you're going to go right into him. So you have to be like really smart with what moves you use. Then when attacking the basket, you can hold the right stick away and you can do little floater shots with the square button, just right to the basket, just right over it. It's easy when you have a taller defender in your way. You can just draw the contact and go right into him. Then when you get to the point where you're able to dunk, or if your guy already starts off with dunk because you want an athletic guy, you just got to go to the basket, and you have to find like the way the defender's going to play it. If he's going to play it on the left side, you want to dunk on the right with your right hand, so he doesn't. Because if you go with the left, he's going to block that, or he's going to make you switch your shot. So you need to like switch hands right at the last second, and you could really just shift the ball into the other hand by just moving the right stick left or right, and the guy will switch it in mid step. So it's really efficient like that. Alright, to get the jump shots, alright, the best way to start is just to learn triple threat. You got your side step, well, you got your pump fake to start with since the guy doesn't want to listen. Yeah, the pump fake's really good when you get in the transition, because the guy might want to come up and get you. But then you can also see if he's going to guard you. And if he just sits back there and gives you 2 feet, you can hit it in his face. And it's really It just tells you what the defender kind of has in mind about how he's going to guard you. Then to create some space with your shot, you can do the step back, which is circle away to the basket. Ew, but that was ugly right there. I don't even know what that was. That was just an ugly bucket. But you go circle away to the basket, you got your hop step. But you want to make sure you do it in an area where it's makeable, because when you get to this point over here, that's just not a makeable shot. You're going to end up having to shoot over the backboard, and that's just not a good bucket. Low, very, very low percentage. The best time to do is when you get into the paint. You just want to get your guy off guard, because you could catch a guy off guard when you're attacking the rim like you're about to do a layup or a dunk. You just step back on him, and he'll actually probably guard the layup most of the time, and you can just hit the little step back jumper for an easy bucket. It's just pretty funny though how these guys don't want to play the step back, but they'd rather take the risk of letting you hit the little jump shot in their face. It's really quite funny. So just attack. You can spin off of it, pump fake into your shot. Because once you get better, buckets will go in. But when you start off, it might get frustrating because you're not getting anything. But it just means you have to play smarter, because that's how most rookies have to do. They gotta play smart in order to be good. Then you can double tap circle. The spin, it goes into your spin jumper. But most of the time, I like to do it when I'm closer to the basket. Then I can act like I'm about to spin off of them. Then you can just drift all the way across to the other side. You can really dictate where you want to go with the spin, depending on what hand you have it in. And it's a great, like if the guy's been playing really tight on you, you could use this move in the mid-range zone, and he'll just go away from you, and you can just have an open bucket. And usually you'll get it in if the guy is playing tight on you. That's a nice go-to move against a really good defender who will play you tight the entire game. It'll just give you that little breathing room that you needed in order to just get the bucket that you needed to get going, because he's been playing you tight. Then also you can hit the step back into the fadeaway. Ooh, but that's a little spin jumper out of triple threat. You don't want to use that yet. You have to be a pretty decent guy to hit that move. But you can hit the step back into the fadeaway. But my guy doesn't like to do it sometimes because he has a quick release. But when you get to it, that fadeaway will give you space. If you have a tall defender or a guy who is kind of playing you tight, but it's like moderately tight, so you can just get it. Like it's like you have enough space for your jumper, but to get like a little higher percentage shot, you can just throw the fadeaway on top of it, and he'll give you the amount of space you need in order to make the bucket. But it's a really effective move if you know when and where to do the move that's necessary for each possession you have. Because when you can play smart possessions, you don't have to shoot the ball like 30 times a game. You can only have to shoot it like maybe 16 times, but you'll make like 13, 14 like of your shots, and that's over like 60%. And right there, that's the easy way to just get, I don't know, easy 30 right there. So if you're hitting 15 shots, all twos, that's 30 points. It's just simple math. You just got to play it smart and use your teammates. Alright. I'll catch you on the next tutorial.